Maki ki roti and sasansag is the famous food for.
Correct. Punjab is the right answer. To stay fit and healthy, what does our body requires? Bravo. Balanced diet is the answer. Which one of the following cannot be digested by us? Exactly. Roughage dietary fiber makes sense, and it is right choice. Which one of the following is a deficiency disease? Good job. Your answer all of these works well here. Bow-shaped legs and pigeon-type chest is symptom of. You chose rickets. And it is correct. Animals that eat both plants and animals are called. Right choice. Omnivorous is the best answer. All deficiency diseases can be prevented by taking. You got it? Your choice balanced diet is right. Which activity helps our body to produce vitamin D? Sharp thinking. Standing in the sun is the right choice. What is the main function of vitamin K in the body? You're right. Helps in blood clotting is the correct answer. Which nutrient is our body's main source of energy? Nice selection. Carbohydrates is the correct and valid answer. Approximate percentage of water in our body is dash. Perfect. 70% is the correct choice. Dash helps in protecting our body against diseases. Excellent choice. Vitamins is the right answer. To test the presence of starch, we use dash solution. Nice work. You chose dilute iodine and it is correct. What is the primary source of vitamin K for humans? Well reasoned. Vegetables is the correct choice. The deficiency of dash, it causes bone and tooth decay. Great job. Calcium is the accurate answer. What percent of our body weight is made up of water? Strong choice. 70% is the right answer. The process of making yarn from fibers are known as. Right again. Spinning is a valid answer. Common form of carbohydrates found in food is dash. Correct response. Starch and sugars is the most accurate answer. Which of the following food items is rich in iron? Excellent. Spinach is a brilliant choice. Dash is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D. Well picked. Rickets is the correct answer. Which disease is caused by deficiency of proteins? Smart move. Kwashiorkor is an accurate answer. Deficiency of vitamin C causes a disease known as? Solid response. Scurvy is a valid choice. A balanced diet would have a variety of food items. Well done. True is the right choice. Select the ones which do not provide any nutrients. On track. Water and roughage is the correct answer. The food components needed by our body are called. Nicely done. Nutrients is a solid answer. Dash is the disease occurred due to lack of iron. Smart pick. Anemia is the correct choice. Which vitamin is known as the sunshine vitamin? Great thinking. Vitamin D is the right choice. Which of the following is not an example of iron? Valid point. Ig is true. test for the proteins is in the color of violet. Good thinking. A true is the right answer. Which of the following are energy-giving foods? Clear logic. Your choice both N is sound and 100% true. Beriberi is caused due to the deficiency of dash. Sharp thinking. Vitamin B is the right choice. Which of the plant fiber is known as golden fiber? You got it. Your choice jute is right. Dash helps to push undigested food from the body. Smart pick. Roughage is the correct choice. Name the mineral whose deficiency causes goiter. Excellent. Iodine is a brilliant choice. Calcium is necessary for strong bulbs of teeth. Smart move. True is an accurate answer. Mark the plant whose flower is consumed as food. Excellent choice. Broccoli is the right answer. Identify the source of iodine from the following. Correct. Iodized salt is the right answer. Which of these is the quickest source of energy? Valid point. Sugars is true. Read each set of terms and identify the odd set. Perfect. Plants, vegetable, butter, milk is the correct choice. Which mineral is important for thyroid function? Well reasoned. Iodine is the correct choice. Guava, lemon, orange, and tomato are rich in dash. Clear logic. Your choice vitamin C is sound and 100% true. The part of the sugarcane used to make sugar is. Right again. Stem is a valid answer. Soya bean and dals are rich sources of proteins. Great job. True is the accurate answer. Beriberi is diseases caused to dash deficiency. Bravo. Vitamin B1 is the answer. Ricket is deficiency diseases due to not having. Good thinking. Vitamin DD is the right answer. Which of the following is not a food component? Nice work. You chose fiber and it is correct. Which of the following organisms are omnivores? Solid response. Humans is a valid choice. Find the odd one out. Iodine, iron, sodium, zinc. Right choice. Sodium is the best answer. The food that we eat contains substances called. Exactly. Nutrients make sense and it is right choice. Tapeworm, leeches, mosquitoes are the examples of. Good job. Your answer parasite works well here. Obesity, blood pressure, and diabetes are called. On track. Lifestyle diseases is the correct answer. Following which of one is protein-giving foods? You're right. Meats is the correct answer. Which of the following causes lack of proteins? Well done. Kwashiorkor is the right choice. Which disease caused by deficiency of vitamin C? Correct response. Scurvy is the most accurate answer. Night blindness is caused due to deficiency of. Nice selection. Vitamin A is the correct and valid answer. Dash is required for maintaining good eyesight. Great thinking. Vitamin A is the right choice. Deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy or goiter. Well picked. Scurvy is the correct answer.
Deficiency of vitamin H leads to which disease?
You chose hemorrhage. And it is correct.
Where was William born? Where was William born?
Strong choice. England is the right answer. Which macronutrients should a bodybuilder eat? Nicely done. Proteins is a solid answer. Which nutrients are called energy-giving food? You chose both A and C, and it is correct. Which vitamin is essential for blood clotting? Smart pick. Vitamin K is the correct choice. Disease caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. Sharp thinking. Night blindness is the right choice. Which nutrient is essential for brain health? Well picked. Omega-3 fatty acids is the correct answer. Which of these forms most of our body weight? Well done. Water is the right choice. Which of the following food comes under fats? Great thinking. All of the above is the right choice. You can say glucose can be compared as fuel. Right choice. True is the best answer. Calcium is a mineral and can be found in dash. Nice work. You chose dairy, and it is correct. Plants store energy in form of sugar or starch. Correct response. Starch is the most accurate answer. Animals which provide meat and egg are called. Good thinking. Poultry is the right answer. Which of them is caused by lack of proteins? Correct. Kwashiorkor is the right answer. Plant fibers are obtained from dash and dash. Strong choice. Jute, cotton is the right answer. Which carbohydrate is present in sugarcane? Excellent choice. Simple carbohydrate is the right answer. What are dietary fibers also known as dash? You're right. Roughage is the correct answer. Which provides more energy than carbohydrate? Great job. Fats is the accurate answer. Food can be classified by its origin as dash. Solid response. Animal and plant origin is a valid choice. Which portion of an egg is rich in proteins? Smart move. White is an accurate answer. Which of the following is bodybuilding food? Bravo! Proteins is the answer. Bleeding gums may be caused by deficiency of. Exactly. Vitamin C makes sense, and it is right choice. Which of the following is a protective food? Nicely done. Fruits is a solid answer. Our body is made up of mostly what nutrient? On track. Water is the correct answer. Which vitamin is required for good eyesight? Valid point. Vitamin A is true. Which of the following is a synthetic fiber? You got it. Your choice nylon is right. Carbohydrate is present in food in form of. Excellent. Starch is a brilliant choice. Deficiency of vitamin causes loss of vision. Nice selection. Vitamin A is the correct and valid answer. Which color indicates presence of protein? Good job. Your answer, Violet, works well here. Fats provide us energy. State true or false?
Right again. True is a valid answer. Marasmus is caused due to the deficiency of.
Well reasoned. Protein and carbohydrates is the correct choice. Children need -hours of sleep in a day. Perfect. 8 to 10 hours is the correct choice. Can we be obese by drinking a lot of water? Clear logic. Your choice no is sound and 100% true.
The food component present in sugar is dash.
Nicely done. Carbohydrate is a solid answer.
What is the main function of dietary fiber?
Good job. Your answer, aid digestion, works well here. Identify micronutrients from the following. Good thinking. Vitamins and minerals is the right answer. Deficiency of which nutrient causes goitre? You got it. Your choice, iodine, is right.
Vitamin present in carrot, papaya, mango is.
Nice work. You chose vitamin, and it is correct. All the nutrients are present in all food. Great job. B false is the accurate answer. Which of the following are macronutrients? Sharp thinking. Fats, carbohydrates, and proteins is the right choice. Dash in food gets destroyed during cooking. Bravo! Vitamin C is the answer. Deficiency of dash causes night blindness. Exactly. Vitamin A makes sense, and it is right choice. Which of the following is a root vegetable? Correct. Carrot is the right answer. Beriberi disease caused by deficiency of? Right choice. Vitamin B1 is the best answer. Kwashiorkor is caused due to deficiency of? You chose protein, and it is correct. From which source can we obtain vitamin D? Perfect. Sunlight is the correct choice. A fiber does not have nutritional value is? Well reasoned. Row hedge is the correct choice. Fats are divided into how many categories? Excellent. 2 is a brilliant choice. Which of the following is not a nutrient? Nice selection. Water is the correct and valid answer. Orange and amla are sources of vitamin A. Right again. False is a valid answer. Which among the following is a carnivore? Valid point. Lion is true.
Papaya and carrot contains which vitamin?
Excellent choice. Vitamin A is the right answer.
Loss of vision is caused by deficiency of?
Solid response. Vitamin A is a valid choice.
Swollen and bleeding gums is a symptom of.
You're right. Scurvy is the correct answer.
Whose deficiency makes beriberi disease?
Well picked. Vitamin A is the correct answer. Deficiency of dash causes scurvy disease. Great thinking. Vitamin C is the right choice.
The human body contains -% of water.
Smart move. 70 is an accurate answer. What is the role of vitamin in our body? Smart pick. fights against different disease is the correct choice.
Carbohydrates are present in the form of.
Strong choice. Both, and is the right answer.
Vegetables, fresh fruits are rich in fats.
Correct response. False is the most accurate answer. What nutrient keeps our bodies hydrated?
On track. Water is the correct answer. Sugars provide energy faster than starch.
Clear logic. Your choice false is sound and 100% true. Which vitamin helps our muscles to work? Well done. Vitamin E is the right choice. Goiter is caused due to dash deficiency. Excellent. Iodine is a brilliant choice. Select the one that is rich in proteins.
Perfect. Gram is the correct choice.
Raw potato and rice are rich in starch. Excellent choice. True is the right answer. Dietary fibers is also known as protein.
Nice work. You chose false, and it is correct.
Eating more than enough fats can lead to. You chose obesity, and it is correct.
Dash required for good eyesight, vitamin A.
Bravo, vitamin A is the answer. Do we use some plants to make medicines? Valid point. Yes, we do is true. When starch is present, iodine turns dash. Correct response. Blue-black is the most accurate answer. A person is anemic. This can be due to. Well done. Deficiency of iron is the right choice. What is the other name of carbohydrate? Right again. Sugars is a valid answer. Materials required for preparing a dish. You're right. Ingredients is the correct answer. Ghee and butter are also called as dash. Smart pick. Animal fat is the correct choice. Which vitamin deficiency causes scurvy? Smart move. Vitamin C is an accurate answer. Which nutrients provides highest energy? Right choice. Fat is the best answer. Inability to see in dim light is due to. Strong choice. Night blindness is the right answer. Dietary fiber helps our body to get rid. You got it? Your choice undigested food is right. Iron is the mineral found in our blood. Good job. Your answer true works well here. Food contain proteins are often called. Sharp thinking. Bodybuilding food is the right choice. Goiter is accused due deficiency of dash. Great job. Iodine is the accurate answer. Which deficiency disease cause goiter? Well picked. Iodine is the correct answer. How many components of food are there? On track. 7 is the correct answer. Which vitamin is important for vision? Clear logic. Your choice vitamin A is sound and 100% true. Rickets is caused by the deficiency of. Correct. Vitamin D is the right answer. Hair fall occurs due to which vitamin? Good thinking. Vitamin K is the right answer. Which of the plant does not give oil? Nice selection. China rose is the correct and valid answer.
Plant part which are eaten are called. Well reasoned. Edible part is the correct choice.
Scurvy is caused due to deficiency of. Nicely done. Vitamin C is a solid answer. Carbohydrates can be tested by using.
Exactly. Iodine solution makes sense and it is right choice.
Which vitamin keeps our gums healthy? Solid response. Vitamin C is a valid choice. Dash keeps our eyes and skin healthy. Great thinking. Vitamin A is the right choice. Vitamin required for good eyesight is. Great job. Vitamin A is the accurate answer. Anemia is caused due to deficiency of. Well reasoned. Iron is the correct choice. Unscramble the following and Blake tide. Exactly. Balanced diet makes sense, and it is right choice.
What is needed for test of proteins?
Strong choice. Caustic soda, copper sulfate is the right answer. Which of these is example of STRAC? Smart pick. Melon is the correct choice. Beriberi is caused by deficiency of. Good job. Your answer vitamin B1 works well here. Growth and repair of body is done by. Correct. Proteins is the right answer. Deficiency of dash leads to rickets. Great thinking. Vitamin D is the right choice. Which one is not a function of food? Nice selection. Prepare protein is the correct and valid answer. The major nutrients in our food are.
Right choice. All of these is the best answer.
This nutrient gives me strong teeth. You're right. Minerals is the correct answer. The energy-giving nutrient is called. Clear logic. Your choice carbohydrate is sound and 100% true.
Dash is also known as dietary fibers.
Bravo. Roughage is the answer. Dietary fibers are also called what? You got it. Your choice roughage is right. Swelling in the neck is a symptom of. Sharp thinking. Goiter is the right choice. The edible part of tomato and chili. Well picked. Fruit is the correct answer. Scurvy is deficiency of which vitamin? Nicely done. Vitamin C is a solid answer. The energy-providing nutrients are. Excellent choice. Both carbohydrates and fats is the right answer. Choose a proper example of proteins. Well done. Meat is the right choice. They protect the body from diseases.
Correct response. Vitamins is the most accurate answer.
Sunlight is the best source of dash.
On track. Vitamin D is the correct answer.
Proteins come under which category? Smart move. Bodybuilding food is an accurate answer. Vitamin present in citrus fruits is.
Nice work. You chose vitamin C and it is correct.
Carbs become into sugar or glucose. Perfect. True is the correct choice. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin. Right again. True is a valid answer.
Main reason of obesity is to take
Valid point. Fat-rich food is true.
Calcium, phosphorus, iron are dash.
Good thinking. Minerals is the right answer.
Percentage of water in our body is.
Solid response. 70% is a valid choice.
Protein is the body-building food.
Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
Anemia is a deficiency disease of.
You chose iron, and it is correct.
Balanced diet would depend on the.
Sharp thinking. All of these is the right choice.
Potatoes are rich sources of fats.
Solid response. False is a valid choice.
Roughage is the fibrous substance.
Excellent choice. True is the right answer.
Carrot and radish are example of.
Right again. Root is a valid answer.
Deficiency of water can cause dash.
Correct response. Dehydration is the most accurate answer.
Vitamin K helps in blood clotting.
You chose true, and it is correct.
Deficiency of protein causes what?
Right choice. Kwashiorkor is the best answer.
What thing we use to test starch?
You got it? Your choice iodine is right.
Fine hair like strands are called.
Smart pick. Fibers is the correct choice.
Which vitamin is found in oranges?
Well done. Vitamin C is the right choice.
Proteins are energy-giving foods.
Well reasoned. False is the correct choice.
Which of the below is a nutrient?
Good job. Your answer proteins works well here.
Ghee and butter are also known as.
Smart move. Animal fat is an accurate answer.
Jaggery is a major source of dash.
Valid point. Carbohydrate is true.
What nutrients gives more energy?
Good thinking. Fats is the right answer.
Vegetables and fruits are washed.
Correct. Before cutting and peeling is the right answer.
The richest source of energy is.
Great thinking. Fats is the right choice.
Goiter is caused by deficiency of.
On track. Iodine is the correct answer.
Here, what is energy-giving food?
Clear logic. Your choice, carbohydrates, is sound and 100% true.
Vitamins and minerals are called.
Well picked. Protective food is the correct answer.
Dash is a bodybuilding nutrient.
Strong choice. Proteins is the right answer.
Dash are also known as roughage.
Nice work. You chose dietary fibers, and it is correct.
Vegetable that contains water is.
Great job. All of these is the accurate answer.
Which is completely mixed in water.
Nicely done. Salt is a solid answer.
What are the components of food?
You're right. All of the above is the correct answer.
Kwashiorkor is due to deficiency of.
Excellent. Proteins is a brilliant choice.
Loss of vision caused by dash.
Nice selection. Vitamin A is the correct and valid answer.
How does calcium help our body?
Bravo. Build strong bones is the answer. Which of these provides energy? Perfect. Carbohydrates is the correct choice. Which gives the most nutritious? Exactly. Fats make sense, and it is right choice. Bleeding gums can cause scurvy. Excellent. B true is a brilliant choice. Food rich in roughages are dash. You're right. Both A and B is the correct answer. Deficiency of vitamin B1 causes. Correct response. Berry is the most accurate answer. Fresh fruits dash contain water. Sharp thinking usually is the right choice. Bees collect dash from flowers. Well picked. Nectar is the correct answer. Carbohydrates and fats are dash. Well done. Energy-producing foods is the right choice. Milk is the richest source in. Excellent choice. Protein is the right answer. Vitamins and minerals are dash. Right choice. Protective food is the best answer.
What are the sources of goiter?
Clear logic. Your choice fish and salt is sound and 100% true. Which of them is not a cereal? Valid point. Potato is true. Amla is the richest source of. Right again. Vitamin C is a valid answer. Deficiency of a dash causes give. Good thinking. Vitamin B is the right answer. Nail polish can be removed by. Good job. Your answer distillation works well here. Common energy-giving foods are.
Nicely done. Carbohydrates and fats is a solid answer. Main symptom of barrier is dash. Perfect. Weak muscles is the correct choice.
Which does contain vitamin C? Nice work. You chose orange and it is correct. Minerals are required in dash. You chose small amounts and it is correct.
Starch can be tested by using.
Bravo. Tincture iodine is the answer. Deficiency of iodine leads to. You got it? Your choice, goiter, is right. Name a food item rich in fats. Exactly. Butter makes sense and it is right choice. Egg is a rich source of dash. Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer. Seafood is a rich source of. Solid response. Iodine is a valid choice. What is the role of calcium?
Nice selection. Makes bone density strong is the correct and valid answer.
Seafood is a good source of. On track, iodine is the correct answer.
Major source of protein is?
Correct. Both A and B is the right answer.
Fish and pulses are rich in.
Well reasoned. Proteins is the correct choice.
Amla is rich source in dash.
Strong choice. Vitamin C is the right answer.
Athletes take a lot of dash.
Great job. Carbohydrates is the accurate answer.
Jaggery is a good source of.
Smart pick.
Carbohydrates is the correct choice.
Good source of protein dash.
Great thinking. Egg and pulses is the right choice.
Dash is a sunshine vitamin.
Good thinking. Vitamin D is the right answer.
Nails hair are made up of.
Nice work. You chose proteins and it is correct.
Water-soluble vitamins are.
Well reasoned. Vit B and C is the correct choice.
Our hair and nails contain. Sharp thinking. Protein is the right choice. Animal sources of fat are. Excellent choice. Both milk and cheese is the right answer. Dash provides us vitamin C. Smart move. Citrus fruits is an accurate answer. Honeybee makes honey from. Nice selection. Nectar is the correct and valid answer. Which of these is shining?
Strong choice. Aluminum is the right answer.
Vitamin B1 causes bever. Well picked. A true is the correct answer. Proteins involved in dash. You're right. Bodybuilding foods is the correct answer. A person with anemia may. Correct response. All of the above is the most accurate answer. Choose the correct pairs. Smart pick. Vitamin and night blindness vitamin B berry is the correct choice. Hemoglobin and blood need. Great thinking. Iron is the right choice. Lack of vitamina causes. Exactly. Loss of eye vision makes sense and it is right choice. Eggs are a rich source of.
Bravo. Protein is the answer.
Dash is rich in minerals. Right choice. Banana is the best answer. Rowage gives us energy. On track. False is the correct answer. Deficiency of iron causes.
Solid response. Anemia is a valid choice.
Click the source of fiber. Right again. Roughage is a valid answer. Overnutrition results in. Nicely done. Obesity is a solid answer. Protein is a dash food. Perfect. Bodybuilding is the correct choice. Silicon is also known as. Excellent. Beauty mineral is a brilliant choice. Pulses are the source of. Clear logic. Your choice protein is sound and 100% true. Name food rich in starch. Good job. Your answer chapati works well here. Starch is a kind of dash. You chose carbohydrate, and it is correct. Proteins is also called. Correct. Bodybuilding food is the right answer. Potatoes are rich in? Great job. Carbs is the accurate answer. Composition of fats are. You got it? Your choice carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is right. Fats are found in dash. Well done. Milk products is the right choice. Forms of carbohydrates. Valid point. All of these is true. Name the mineral below. Smart move. Zinc is an accurate answer. Sunlight gives us dash. Nice work.
You chose vitamin D, and it is correct. Lack of iron causes. Well reasoned. Goiter is the correct choice.
What is balanced diet?
Excellent. Proper balance of nutrients is a brilliant choice. James Lind was a dash. Bravo, scientist is the answer. Sources of iodine are. Great thinking. Salt and seafood is the right choice. Proteins are called. You chose bodybuilding food, and it is correct. Example of vitamin. On track. Carrot is the correct answer.
Fatty substances are.
Clear logic. Your choice. Translucent is sound and 100% true. Which one is opaque?
Perfect. Both A and B is the correct choice.
Berry cause of. Sharp thinking. Vitamin B1 is the right choice. Proteins help us in. Nice selection. Bodybuilding is the correct and valid answer. Seafood is rich in.
Well picked. Iodine is the correct answer.
Milk and cheese are.
Great job. Animal products is the accurate answer. Full form of BEAM. Excellent choice. Protein energy malnutrition is the right answer. Are all fats bad? Valid point. No is true. Find the odd one. You got it. Your choice butter is right. Vitamins are dash. Correct response. Protective foods is the most accurate answer. Human beings are. Right choice. Omnivore is the best answer. Plate is made of. Right again. All of above is a valid answer. Potato is a dash. Good job. Your answer STEM works well here. Fats is rich in. Strong choice. Butter is the right answer. Humans are dash. You're right. Omnivores is the correct answer. Source of iron. Nicely done. All the above is a solid answer. Iron is a dash. Good thinking. Mineral is the right answer. Milk contains. Correct. Lactose is the right answer. A salad is. Smart pick. Heterogeneous mixture is the correct choice. Sunlight has. Solid response. Vitamin D is a valid choice. Humans are. Exactly. Omnivores make sense and it is right choice. Iron is a. Well done. Mineral is the right choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Nice work. You chose Contact Narayan Changder on Facebook and it is correct.